Did you know about 90% of your body's serotonin, the happy hormone, is produced in your gut, not your brain? It turns out you literally have a second brain in your belly, and it's influencing your mood and mind every day. This isn't sci-fi, it's cutting-edge science, and it might just change how you take care of yourself. Maybe you've been struggling with mood swings, constant fatigue, or that stubborn afternoon brain fog. It's frustrating, right? You try to eat well and sleep enough, yet you still feel anxious, tired, or mentally cloudy. You might chalk it up to stress or getting older, but what if the root cause isn't in your head at all? It's in your gut. Many of us feel off because our gut health is out of balance, sending distress signals that throw our mood, focus, and energy levels out of whack. You're not alone in this feeling, and importantly, it's not your fault. An imbalanced gut can secretly affect how you feel from dawn to dusk. Let's shine a light on this gut-brain connection and how to nurture it for better mental wellness. In plain English, your gut and brain are constantly chatting. To improve how you feel, we need to help them communicate better. Here's the 101 on your second brain and why it matters. Meet your second brain. Surprise! Hidden in the walls of your digestive tract is a vast network of nerves so extensive that scientists call it our second brain. There are over 100 million nerve cells lining your gut, more than in your spinal cord. This network, the enteric nervous system, doesn't compose sonnets or solve math problems, but it handles digestion and talks to your real brain with remarkable power. In fact, your gut's neural tissue makes over 30 neurotransmitters, chemical messengers, including around 90% of your body's serotonin and about half of your dopamine. Serotonin is the famous feel-good molecule that regulates mood and well-being, and dopamine influences motivation and focus. Astonishing, isn't it? Your gut is literally a factory for mood-related chemicals. A galaxy of gut bacteria. Now layer on top of that nerve network the gut microbiome, a bustling community of trillions of microbes living in your intestines. Think of it as a mini ecosystem or a galaxy of bacteria inside you. In fact, there are so many microbes in your gut that they outnumber the stars, or at least the people on Earth. You carry on the order of 100 trillion microbes, which is about 100,000 times more organisms than there are humans on the planet. This microscopic universe helps digest your food, make vitamins, and yes, influence your brain. Each of these microbes is like a tiny factory, producing chemicals that can enter your bloodstream or interact with your nerves. In a healthy gut, your resident bacteria pump out beneficial compounds. Some even produce GABA, a calming neurotransmitter, and help keep your immune system in check. It's an amazing symbiosis. When your gut bugs are happy, you tend to feel happier and sharper. So, how exactly does your gut chat with your brain? Visualize a phone line or text messaging thread constantly active between your belly and your head. There are multiple channels in this gut-brain communication system, working together like a high-speed information highway with many lanes. Let's break down the main pathways with some easy visuals. Nervous system, the vagus nerve superhighway. Running from the base of your brainstem down into your abdomen is the vagus nerve, a thick cable carrying signals between the brain and gut. Think of it as the direct express lane for gut-brain messages. Here's the crazy part. Roughly 90% of the fibers in the vagus nerve are sending information from your gut up to your brain, not the other way around. In other words, your gut is constantly talking and your brain mainly listens. Ever felt butterflies in your stomach before a big event? That's your gut nervously texting your brain via the vagus nerve. This highway transmits feelings of stress, excitement, or discomfort from down below up to that conscious mind of yours. It also works in reverse. A worried mind can send signals that upset your stomach, but the heavy traffic is from gut to brain. So when your gut is irritated or imbalanced, it's apt to tell your brain loud and clear, which can ramp up anxiety or moodiness. The vagus nerve is truly the information superhighway linking your two brains. Chemical messengers, hormones, and neurotransmitters. Your gut and its microbes also communicate through biochemical texts, hormones, and neurotransmitters that travel through your bloodstream. Your digestive tract is like a little pharmacy, releasing molecules that influence your brain. For example, those trillions of gut bacteria produce a cocktail of neurotransmitters. We mentioned serotonin and dopamine, vital for mood and reward, and also GABA, which is a calming chemical that helps you relax. Amazingly, about 90% of your serotonin and 50% of your dopamine are made in the gut, where they play roles in digestion and send signals that affect your feelings and even your sleep cycle. Your gut also makes hormones like insulin, ghrelin, and leptin that signal hunger and fullness, which tie into your mood and stress levels. Picture your gut bacteria as tiny chemists. One might brew up a bit of serotonin that helps you feel content, while another might churn out a molecule that tells your brain, hey, we're stressed down here. It's a complex chemical language, but the takeaway is your gut can whisper or shout to your brain through a variety of molecules, influencing emotions, appetite, and energy. Immune system. Inflammatory signals. The third major communication line is your immune system. About 70% of your body's immune cells are located in your gut, stationed along the intestines, like guards. This makes sense. Your gut is where outside world stuff, food, microbes, meets your inner body, so it's under tight surveillance. If something's wrong in the gut, the immune cells there will release inflammatory signals, think of them as alarm messages, that can spread through the body and even affect the brain. In a healthy scenario, this immune activity helps fight off infections without you even noticing. But if your gut is chronically irritated, say your diet is poor or harmful bacteria have overgrown, those immune alarms can go off constantly. This leads to chronic inflammation, which is like background static disturbing the clear lines of communication. Inflammation in the body can make you feel tired, blue, and mentally foggy. In fact, new research shows that irritation in the GI tract can send signals to the brain that trigger mood changes. Ever notice how being bloated or having an upset stomach can put you in a bad mood? That's the immune inflammatory pathway at work. Over time, if your gut stays inflamed, it's been linked to higher risk of depression and anxiety. It's as if an unhappy gut sends out an SOS that throws your brain into distress too. The downside of dysbiosis. Here's a key concept. Balance. A healthy gut is like a well-tended garden or a balanced ecosystem. Lots of diverse, good microbes, a strong gut lining, and calm communication with the brain. But modern life isn't always kind to our gut gardens. Stress, a diet high in sugar or low in fiber, lack of sleep, antibiotics, all these can throw your gut ecosystem off balance. This state is called dysbiosis, which basically means your microbial community has gone haywire. Too many harmful bugs, not enough beneficial ones. When dysbiosis hits, it's like weeds overgrowing a garden. The results can be toxic. Bad bacteria might produce excess gas or even toxins that irritate your intestinal lining. The protective mucus barrier can break down, allowing microscopic particles to provoke the immune system. The vagus nerve starts carrying distress signals upwards, and your microbiome's output of happy neurotransmitters might dwindle. The end result? You feel crummy, brain fog, low mood, anxiety, poor sleep. These have all been linked to gut imbalance. Researchers have observed, for example, that a higher than normal number of people with chronic gut disorders like IBS or IBD also suffer from anxiety or depression. It can become a vicious cycle. Stress harms your gut. An unhappy gut sends stress signals to your brain, making you feel worse, which can lead to more stress and further gut imbalance. But here's the hopeful part. Just as the cycle can spiral downward, you can reverse it upward. By healing and rebalancing your gut, you can send positive signals to your brain, improving your mood, focus, and overall well-being. So let's talk solutions. Practical steps to start nourishing this gut-brain axis for the better. 2 to 3 daily habits to improve your gut-brain health. The gut-brain connection might sound complex, but improving it often comes down to simple, consistent habits. You don't need a PhD or fancy supplements to get started. These practical daily steps can make a world of difference. Feed your friendly gut bugs. Diet is key. The old saying, you are what you eat, rings, especially true for your second brain. Nourish your gut microbiome with plenty of fiber-rich whole foods and fermented foods. Why? Fiber is basically food for your good bacteria. It helps them thrive and produce those beneficial chemicals. Aim for a rainbow of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, nuts and seeds every day. For example, bananas, garlic, onions, oats, apples. All of these contain prebiotic fibers that feed helpful microbes, and add in some probiotic-rich foods. Think yogurt with live cultures, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, or kombucha. These introduce beneficial bacteria to your gut and increase the diversity of your microbiome. Studies show that diets high in plant fiber and fermented goodies lead to a more balanced gut and lower inflammation. On the flip side, try to cut back on ultra-processed foods, excessive sugar, and saturated fats. These can encourage overgrowth of bad bacteria and create dysbiosis. You don't have to be perfect. We all love a treat now and then, but small swaps make a big difference. Maybe it's as simple as swapping soda for a kombucha a few times a week, or adding a side salad and beans to your lunch. Over time, you'll be feeding the calm, helping your gut send happier signals to your brain. Practice daily stress relief, mind-body habits. Remember that two-way street between your brain and gut? Stress is a major wrecking ball on that highway. When you're mentally stressed, your gut feels it. You might get cramps, indigestion, or a flare of IBS. And as we discussed, a troubled gut then sends anxious signals back to the brain. To break this cycle, make stress management a non-negotiable part of your day. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of deep breathing or meditation can shift your body into rest and digest mode. Try this. Take a few minutes in the morning or before bed to do slow, deep belly breaths. Inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 to 8 seconds, nice and smooth. This simple exercise activates your vagus nerve and tells both your gut and brain, "We're safe, you can relax now." Over time, such practices reduce inflammation and lower stress hormones. In fact, stimulating the vagus nerve through techniques like deep breathing, humming, or even gargling has been shown to reduce stress and inflammation. It's so effective that researchers are exploring vagus nerve stimulation as a drug-free antidepressant therapy. Other great habits: gentle yoga, all those twists and belly breaths massage your gut, a relaxing evening walk, journaling, or even a warm cup of herbal tea to soothe your nerves. Find what helps you unwind. By calming your mind, you directly calm your gut's second brain. Consistency matters more than duration here, so a little each day goes a long way. Over time, you'll likely notice you're digesting better and feeling emotionally more balanced. As one gut-brain expert put it, practices like meditation or yoga can positively influence the gut-brain connection, helping to rebalance that communication network. So go ahead, make chill time part of your wellness routine, guilt-free. Get moving and get enough sleep. Your lifestyle routines can either be medicine for your gut or a source of strain. Two big pillars are exercise and sleep. First, regular physical activity is a proven mood booster, and it turns out it's great for your gut microbes too. When you exercise, even something as accessible as a brisk 30-minute walk or some dancing in your living room, you increase blood flow everywhere, including your gut, and help diversify your microbiome. Studies have found that people who exercise tend to have more diverse, beneficial gut bacteria. Exercise also reduces stress and inflammation, which, as we know, keeps gut communications humming along instead of haywire. So find movement you enjoy. Cycle, jog, do yoga, or play with your kids. It all counts. Next, prioritize sleep like it's your job. Ever notice after a bad night's sleep, your stomach might act up or you crave junk food? Poor sleep can disrupt the healthy bacteria in your gut and heighten stress signals. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep per night to let your gut and brain reset. Maybe develop a calming bedtime routine. Dim the lights, avoid heavy late-night meals. Maybe listen to a short guided relaxation. Your gut will thank you as your body eases into rest. By staying active during the day and sleeping deeply at night, you're establishing a healthy daily rhythm. This keeps your circadian clocks, yes, your gut microbes have a clock too, in sync. In short, move your body and give it rest. These simple acts send a clear message to your second brain that all is well, which translates into more balanced mood, sharper thinking, and better overall health. Let's take a step back and see how all this comes together. Imagine your life before and after caring for your gut-brain axis. Before, you might have felt at the mercy of unexplainable mood swings, dragging fatigue, and foggy focus. Maybe you were irritable or anxious or just off and didn't know why. Now you know that your gut, this incredible second brain, was likely crying out for help. By applying these insights, eating to nourish your microbiome, practicing a little stress relief each day, and living a balanced lifestyle, you're addressing the root causes, not just the symptoms. Over the coming weeks, as you feed your gut's good bugs and calm the gut-brain chatter, you'll likely start noticing changes. Picture waking up feeling clear-headed and upbeat, your mood more stable throughout the day. Instead of that 3 p.m. crash where your brain checks out, you find you're still focused and energized. Your digestion improves too, less bloating or discomfort, and with it, your overall comfort and confidence. Maybe your family and friends notice you're less on edge and more present. This is the power of a balanced gut-brain connection. When your second brain is in harmony, your primary brain thrives. Better mood, better focus, better sleep, a healthier you from the inside out. We promised you'd learn why the gut matters for mental wellness, and now you have the knowledge and a starter toolkit to begin feeling those benefits in your own life. Your journey to a healthier mind starts in the gut, and you've just taken the first step by learning about your second brain. Feel that sense of hope? That's your intuition telling you this could be a game changer. As you get ready to apply these tips, take a moment to envision a calmer, clearer version of yourself, one where you and your gut are on the same team, working in sync. You deserve to feel good. And with a little daily care, you will. If you found this insight helpful, let me know your thoughts or questions in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences with gut health or what you plan to try. Maybe share this video with a friend who's been feeling off balance too. It might be the missing piece for them. Remember to hit subscribe for more science-backed yet easy-to-follow guides to optimizing your brain and body. We have a whole series coming up. This is just episode 1 of our Gut Brain series. And in the next episode, we'll dive even deeper into how to feed this second brain for maximum benefit. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching and joining me on this journey. Until next time, take a deep breath, trust your gut, and sleep well. Your second brain will be working overnight to take care of you. Good night and be well.